Hello, you guys. Good morning. I hope you had a good weekend and now you are ready to learn about the class of today. Well, you already learned on classes before how to make an oral presentation, some types, some tips, some like steps to build an informational presentation. Now, it's a little bit different. Remember that we're about to be professionals and we need to know always how to express ourselves in whatever language we know. Now, we are not going to learn how to make a text or a presentation or an oral presentation just to give information or education about a topic. The last time you guys made the presentation about a topic, that gives me information and that's it. But right now, we are going to learn how to make a persuasive speech. A persuasive text or speech is information that you don't only want the persons to learn or to have it in the brain, but you want to make a change with the information you are giving to. For example, you want to change their attitude, their beliefs, value, or behavior. These are the speeches, for example, that use a lot in political situations or that a lot of political persons use to persuade persons or communities about voting for them. Persuasive speech or text also helps you to convince someone to change how they are doing the things, to change their mind about something they have or an idea, or also just think the way you are thinking. This is very important. For example, if you want to go sell something to someone, obviously, if you want to sell a product and you want to win money, you need to convince the persons about what they're going to buy is going to be a perfect product for them. Also, if you want them to think that M&Ms without peanuts are better than M&Ms with peanut, well, you need to have good ideas and good thoughts about why an M&M with peanut is better than an M&M without peanut. Well, basically, the steps of building a persuasive speech, it's the same as creating an informative speech or an informative oral presentation. The only thing is that if you want to convince someone to change their minds or convince someone to change the way they are doing things, you have to make them closer to real life. And for that, the difference about a persuasive text or speech is that you have to give examples of your real life or probably associate that information into their own lives. For this, there are three steps to create a persuasive text that can convince someone or change someone. The first step is, I should give my speech in a very enthusiastic way. This means that I need to have a lot of interest and probably passion for the speech or the words I am going to say to the public. I am not going to speak about construction if I don't know nothing about construction and it's not even related to my life. But probably if I speak about an educational topic or an educational issue here in Mexico, I am going to have a lot of enthusiasm at the moment of saying my speech to the public. Right? Do you guys understand? I hope you do. Next step. Thing number 2. I have to support my arguments with information about investigations that are truthful for the community. I cannot come and say that it is better building a house of wood than building a house of block if I don't even know where I got the information from and there's no authors and no investigation saying that a house of wood is better than a house of blocks. You know what I'm saying again? I hope you do. This means that even though that is a persuasive text, that is going to convince someone about some ideas, you have to get information from different authors and investigations so that your idea about what is correct or what things should be is more truthful for everyone. Okay? And number three, can I relate this topic to the audience? Imagine that you are going to give a conference about the benefits of eating carrots. And you are giving this audience to a lot of engineers, and everyone is going to be like, okay, honestly, I don't care if I eat carrots. I just want to learn how to make a house or a building with less money. Okay, so you need to relate the information that you are giving to the community that is going to listen to you. Okay? To create a persuasive text, we need also steps to be creating one by one. And even though there are the same step of creating an informative speech, there is a very specific thing that is different from an informational text, and this is the attention grabber. Remember that you want to sell a product, you want to convince the people about something, you want to change their thoughts, so you need to grab the attention from the public or the community to make that happen. And for that, here are 3 tips. Number 1 is a story. You need to associate or relate the story that you are going, or the information that you are going to give to the audience. And for that, I recommend you a lot to try to think on a real situation of life that can help them with the information you are giving. This means if you want to convince someone on eating breakfast and then washing your teeth, well, you need to tell why. Why does this help you in real life? Because when I was a kid, first I ate breakfast, then I washed my tooth, and I noticed that my teeth are healthier than my brother's teeth, that he first washed them and then eat breakfast. Okay? Relate them to real story of life. Number 2, give interesting facts. There is something called bullet points on a speech that help you. For example, if you guys are speaking like that, and then you say that Oprah Winfrey is one of the most successful women from the world because she earned $1 a day, well, that is going to make the people put attention again in you. If you start changing the voice, and then you stretch your hands, and then your voice volume gets lower, and then high, and then low. Okay, that is going to make them call their attention. And last one, and number 3, I recommend you a lot to make a question, a very interesting question, and then answer it yourself. Is coronavirus really affecting the economy? And then you're going to answer that question with real information from texts, from investigations, and that way you're going to have the people like, oh my God, is it really affecting the economy, or is it a political lie? Okay? Then when you finish with these attention grabbers, now you go to the introduction. Is coronavirus really affecting the economy of Mexico? Well, it is. Because blah, 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 blah. Period and done. Next, we come with the introduction. My name is Daniela, and I will be talking about the coronavirus in 2020. Then you give the body all the information you found in books. You relate it to real life. You ask them questions. And finally, you give the conclusion. On the conclusion, this is the moment and the right moment to convince someone. Why is this important? Why do you need this? Why do you need to change what you are doing? Why do you need to change that value or that belief? Okay? And this is just a simple way to create a persuasive text or speech. I don't know if you guys have watched some speech of very interesting authors like the ones that come in TEDx. Oh, I recommend you guys a lot of those conferences. They're awesome speeches. And well, here is your work. Now that you have information of how to create a persuasive text, I am going to put down in the homework 5 interesting persuasive speeches or text that you can create to convince someone about something. And you can either record yourselves speaking it, or you can just write it as a text and send it to me, okay? If you're going to record yourselves, only 4 minutes per person or per speech. If you want to send 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 speeches, it's okay for me. If you want to send 1, it's fine. 4 minutes for speech. And if you want to create a persuasive text, you need 2 sheets per speech, okay? So, you guys, good luck with this. I'm here to help you, and I'll wait for your homework. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.